In the lead up to the 2020 presidential election, we are keeping tabs on the candidates' movements with a new segment called 2020 Daily Trail Markers. It will feature reporting from our CBS News campaign reporters and producers who are on the ground with the campaigns. Tuesday, CBS News campaign reporter Nicole Sganga reports on the differences between the campaigns of Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren in the early primary state of New Hampshire.
Well, while many voters speak to the policy platform similarities between Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren here in the Granite State, their campaign events, the atmosphere, their supporters are quite different here on the ground. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders, his stump speech focuses on some of the concerns that voters are raising. Buzzwords including the corporate establishment, number of uninsured Americans, military-industrial complex, fossil fuel industry, followed by a call for revolution. Voters I speak with at his rallies tell me that they're frustrated by a system they feel is rigged against them and an agenda they feel is set in Washington, D.C. Whereas at Elizabeth Warren rallies, well, her stump speech is a little different. It focuses in on her narrative. She talks about her father losing his job while she was growing up and her struggle as a working mom trying to balance both her career and raising her kids. And then she pivots to discuss her wealth tax, her education plan, and some of the concrete policy proposals she's put forward. She has put forward nearly 30 of them. And voters at these rallies tell me that they're excited by her hopeful message. They're inspired. They want to go knock on doors, and that her specific detailed agenda for 2020 is what speaks to them. Now, both messages have been effective at riling up their base, but they are very different messages. We've not seen Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders or Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts take aim at one another. Instead, they are turning together against President Donald Trump. Now, it's not uncommon to see Democratic candidates taking aim at a Republican president, but what is uncommon is this. Senator Bernie Sanders, both his national team and his team here in New Hampshire, tell me that while they're not too focused on siphoning off voters from Vice President Joe Biden or Senator Kamala Harris, they are actively trying to recruit Trump supporters to support the Vermont senator, both in the Democratic primary come February and if he wins the nomination in 2020 as well. So they see those Trump supporters up for grabs, and their strategy efforts to attract those to the Vermont senator's campaign. Now, what's interesting here in New Hampshire is that over 40% of the electorate is independent. And in the primary in February, those undeclared voters can choose to grab either a Democratic ballot or a Republican ballot. So hypothetically speaking, we could see voters that elected Donald Trump back in the Republican primary in 2016 now reach for a Democratic ballot and support Senator Bernie Sanders this time around. Now, the president will have his own opportunity to pitch his campaign message to Granite State voters right here in Manchester. He's planning a large campaign rally Thursday of this week. Now, a recent Morning Consult poll has shown that he's down 11 points this month since 2016, so certainly a little bit of ground to regain there, and he's hoping that he can rile up his base come Thursday. Tanya?
Nicole Sganga, thank you so much.